Hey, what is going on, you guys? It is Mr. No Sleep here from Old School RuneScape, and welcome to a brand new loot video for you all today. So today I bring you guys loot from 10 hours of Kurasks, and this is going to be made from the Iron Man once again. A great AFKable Slayer monster that does require 70 Slayer to kill, and unfortunately you can't use an Abyssal Whip here or a Dragon Scimitar like I do in most of these loot videos. These Kurasks do require a certain way to kill them. What I mean by this is you have to use a leaf-bladed weapon, or if you want to use range, you have to use broad bolts or broad arrows, or amethyst broad bolts, or if you want to use magic, you have to use magic dart. So I did choose to bring the leaf-bladed battle axe. I figured it was best in slot out of all those other options, and with this, I did receive 15 million defense XP pretty early on in the video. Feels like I just got 99 yesterday, so I can't believe we're already 2 mil post 99, and like I always mention, long-term goal is 200 mil, so this was definitely going to help out with getting a couple 100k XP in this 10-hour video. I was able to also complete a combat achievement task on my very first kill because I haven't been in here in quite some time. I think the last time I was at Kurasks, I safe spotted them and I killed 3,000 while using range and training my range up. This time around though, I would be using melee for 10 hours, and the best part about these Kurasks is they drop a ton of nature runes as well as coin drops and great alchables, and the two things that I am slacking right now on my Iron Man is nature runes and GP, so it really worked out perfectly. Alongside this, I was really easily able to do 10 hours of barrows on my main, and although I didn't really focus too much on the aggression timer for these Kurasks, they are actually aggro for 10 minutes, and they will always attack you. I mean, it's a pretty small room, there's a lot of Kurasks, and they are pretty big, so I would say they are decently AFK, but if you want to be, you know, spot on, it's definitely better to just hit them yourself rather than wait for them to hit you. Early on, I did receive a leaf-bladed battle axe, new collection log item 185 out of 1430. The drop rate of that is 1026, so pretty rare at these Kurasks. And other than this, what you will see during this video is leaf-bladed sword drops, which are 1 in 384, a little bit more common than the battle axe. It's certainly good to use here as well if you don't want to use the battle axe, and the price of that is about 40k, so I just collected them all. I felt like it wasn't worth high alching them, so nice stack of them in the bank so far, and we'll just be adding to it from this video. And the same goes for the famous Mystic Robe Top Light. That is 1 in 512, current price 71k, and yeah, it's a very unique item to receive from a Kurask. Luckily, I think I started this video with 12 in the bank, so we'll just be adding to that collection. I love receiving Mystic pieces on the Iron Man. I'll never ever high alch them. It's a really nice little collection piece in the bank. I see that on most Iron Man accounts from the videos that I do see on YouTube of them, and I gotta say mine's pretty low compared to most people out there, but it's nice to add up things, that's for sure. The gear was, as the, you know, usual setup for most of these loot videos, it's just a set of full obsidian and of course the leaf-bladed battle axe. I was using a Dragon Defender at first, but then I realized that if I just bring my Dragon Fire Shield, I can extend my trips by at least 25 to 30 minutes because they will not be hitting me as much as if I was using my Defender. And although obsidian armor is good, it's not the best defense bonus compared to like bandos or other things, so I did need to bring a full inventory of food every single time I would, you know, run out. I would just bank at that point. But the Dragon Fire Shield, you know, still great bonuses, and I was hitting, you know, not really any different than if I was to use a Defender, so that was a good switch on my part. You're definitely going to want to bring high alchs here if you have access to it, because they do drop Mithril Kite Shields, Rune Longswords, Rune Axes, and Adamant Plate Bodies, so all great items to alch, all 1 in 41, and don't really worry much about bringing nature runes because you'll probably get plenty as just a drop, so you can just use those directly from the Kurasks themselves. A herb sack is pretty important too because they drop all kinds of herbs. I didn't pick up any low tier ones, but Renar is 1 in 80, so definitely worth bringing for that, and then everything above it is about 1 in 100 to 1 in 250. I didn't actually pick up any seeds during this video because most of them are all low tier. The one seed that I did pick up was Snapdragon, and then I did get a couple Torstals as well, but the Torstals are 1 in 1,000, so I really wasn't supposed to get any, but I did manage to grab a few. And I already did touch on the coin drops. You know, Ring of Wealth equipped, you'll save yourself a lot of clicking compared to if you're going to bring a Berserker Ring, but that's kind of up to you. If you don't mind clicking on the ground, then definitely go with the Berserker Ring. And very important monster for Herblore as it goes for Iron Man accounts, because you will get a lot of noted white berries, berries, as well as coconuts and papaya fruits. So beneficial to farming and herb lore, and at a decent price too. Just receiving the coconut drop is 27k right to your bank. So I mean, that's not bad at all. And what you saw in my recent video when I was training prayer for 10 hours, that was actually, credited to the Kurasks, because I did use over about 1,000 big bones in that video, and they do drop 20 noted big bones at a time here. So it's about a 1 in 24 drop. I don't know if it's worth, using those bones on a low level or a high level Iron Man, but it's definitely worth picking up for the day that you might choose to. So that was good. I got all sorts of bones from this video. Definitely use them in the future for something. And really the only difference is if you do kill these Kurasks in Prifdinus compared to this area, is that you are able to get crystal shards, which are 1 in 24. And if I had done Song of the Elves, I would have probably killed them in Prifdinus, but I really didn't mind this area too much. It's a very nostalgic Slayer Cave, this Relica Slayer Cave. So, to me, it's just, I don't know. I'm just not going to do that quest for this specific reason yet. Although I will do that quest eventually, because I do have some ideas that I want to do on this account that do involve Prifdinus. So we'll see how that goes. Later on in the video, I did receive a Mystic Robe Top Light, and that was a new collection log as well. 186 out of 1430. I really need to enable collection log pop-ups on this account, but by the time I record it, sometimes I'm already recording on my main, so I have to start over and then bring my recorder over to my Iron Man account. And by this time, the pop-up is already gone, so I don't know how beneficial it would be, but at least you guys would be able to see it in the chat box. So as I sit here and mine Amethyst right now, I will look into the plugin settings and I'll make sure to turn that on. Actually, I think it's just based in the game, so it should be pretty easy to do. I'll make sure to set that up for the next loot video. Not too sure what I have planned for this account right now. I've been working on a pretty intense video on my main account. It's all about variety. That's the only hint I will give you. It is a 10-hour video. You guys should see it tomorrow night or the night after that. Really just depends on if my sponsor people get back to me in time so that we can put that Opera GX ad in there, as I mentioned in the Barrows video. So we'll see about that, but let's hope for the best on the timeline being tomorrow night. Pretty good experience here. Very laid back, a lot of kills in general, and a lot of profit. I know that I was averaging at least 600k to 700k an hour here just in GP had I been a main account. That's pretty good for, such a low-level Slayer monster. People always ask me, what's the starting Slayer level that I start making money at, and I'd always say 70. And what does 70 get you? Kurasks. And with all that being said, here we are at the end. A little bit shorter of a video for you guys today. I couldn't really rationalize making a 10-minute video about these Kurasks. Plus, the main attention that my recorder's been having has really just been on my main the last couple days, so I didn't really have too much footage for this one, so hope you guys don't mind the length. But either way, the overall loot from killing Kurasks for 10 hours total does come out to be 7.2 mil. You can really give a lot of credit to the nature runes, the coin drops, the alkables, as well as the coconuts. The coconuts alone just bringing in 1.6 mil. So that is incredible. Well over 600k defense XP, and great resources for the Iron Man account. I'll definitely use all of this eventually in the future for skilling and whatnot. And I forgot to mention earlier, but make sure to bring a gem bag if you have access to it as well, because you will get a decent amount of gems. A lot of sapphires, that's for sure. Alright, well, this was a quick one today. I will see you guys very soon with another one. Don't sleep, December is thriving, and a huge thank you to you guys and to all of the YouTube members and subscribers. You guys are awesome. And until next time, Mr. No Sleep, out.